The first round of the NHL Entry Draft is pretty much done and dusted, and the Calgary Flames have made the second of their two first round picks. And I gotta be honest, no one really expected the Flames to take the player they did with the 28th overall pick. And we are going to dive into the newest Flame. But before we get into that, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I am Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. And it is exciting times for Flames fans. We finally have some good picks to make. So let's talk about the pick is in. Yes, if you missed it, the previous video on the channel has gone over who we took with the 9th overall pick, and we are going to be talking more about that man later in this video. But for now, we are focusing on who the Flames took with the 28th overall pick. Of course, the first round pick that the Flames acquired in the Elias Lindholm trade to the Vancouver Canucks. So the Flames got back Andrei Kuzmenko, they got Hunter Bruce Stouch, they got Yoni Yermo, they got another conditional pick, and they got this first round pick, the 28th overall pick, who turned out to be Matvei Gridin, out of the USHL, playing for the Muskegon Lumberjacks. My apologies if I mispronounced that. But he wasn't exactly who anyone expected the Flames to take. This man was not expected to go in the first round of this year's draft. He was supposed to be high second round. Kind of, that's the projected spot he was looking to be going at. And instead, the Flames took him late in the first round. And in no way am I saying that he's a bad player. I mean, we hope he ends up being an absolute stud. It was just a little bit unexpected, and I think we can all agree on that. Especially knowing that the Flames originally, I think they made it pretty known that they were going to go after a center. They weren't able to take any in the top 10, so instead they took the best player available and took the best defenseman remaining in Zane Parekh, of course. But now they take Gridin, who is an out-and-out winger. I don't think there's any chance he'll be a center in this league at any point. The Flames already do have a lot of wingers, so it was a little bit of a surprising one here. Now, if we get into some of his facts here from Elite Prospects, so he is 18. He turned 18 already back in March. He is Russian as well, so another Russian added to the organization, which is never a bad thing. He is 6'1", 185 pounds. He's got time to put on some weight as well, but not bad dimensions right there. He's not small, but a right winger. So another winger added to the ranks. And it's interesting because, look, he's not going to be coming up to the NHL level anytime soon. As it was said before, he's playing in the USHL. He is set to attend the University of Michigan next year, which is really good. I mean, they have produced some amazing players lately. He will get some insane development there. That's almost the best development you can get while not being at the NHL level, and it won't stunt any growth either. So it's great that he is attending the University of Michigan, and honestly, he looks like he's a really good player. He just wasn't projected to go this high. That's why no one saw it coming. If you were watching the draft live, I was actually able to watch this pick being made. I just watched it with my brother Danny. Shout out to him. But I wasn't watching the first round pick. I was still at work, and then I rushed home, was zipping down Crowchild. If you saw me driving down Crowchild, you thought that guy's might be going a little too fast. It's because I was trying to get that first video out. Maybe that's why I looked a little sweaty in it too, but either way, I got to watch this one, and it was kind of shocking. There wasn't exactly a huge cheer. It seemed like Todd Button kind of struggled to pronounce his name correctly, and either way, it was interesting. But we've seen the facts. Now let's take a look at some of his stats. So these past couple seasons in the USHL, last year, unbelievable this past season. 38 goals and 45 points for 38 goals and 45 assists for 83 points in just 60 games. Those are some very good numbers. A lot of people will say, well, that's the USHL for you. Either way, production is production, and this guy was producing. He can score. He can sauce the puck around. Once again, he's got quite a few penalty minutes, so it shows that he's ready to play a bit more of a gritty game, hard-nosed game, and a plus 14. Not bad at all. In his younger season as well, his 16 to 17 year season, 19 points in 40 games isn't terrible for a player that young either. So Look, the stats aren't bad at all, but let's get a slight scouting report here from NHL Central Scouting. A combination of size, skill, and ability to score goals make him one of the high-end prospects for this year's NHL Draft. In his second full season in the USHL, became a threat anytime the puck was on his stick. He displays elite hockey sense and an ability to score goals from all over the offensive zone because of his quick release and nose for the net. So he sounds like just another great goal scorer, another sniper, a nose for the net. I mean, we have Kuzmenko already, Sharangovich like that, and here we have another one in Gradin. And honestly, those are some great pros. He's got some good qualities to him. The Flames are clearly going after offensive players in this draft right now, and no way have they drafted someone who is known to be a better defender. That's the one issue with Parek's game, is that maybe he's a little bit too offensive, but we will take it. No worries about that. Either way, I'm not too upset about this Gradin pick. I mean, we often see players drafted this late make it to the NHL level. Sometimes you don't see them, but we expect him to take a little bit longer in the development stage, and the fact that he is going to be a Wolverine next year, that is absolutely fine with me. Hopefully he ends up being a really, really good player. Will he be, the star that turns this franchise around? I don't think so. I think at this point we're almost hoping that will just happen in next year's draft, which is okay. But either way, I don't hate the pick. A little bit unexpected. Was I hoping for something a little bit more well-known and better? Yes, but I do not hate it. Now let's focus on the steal of the draft. Now, we have been able to digest the 9th overall pick now and took a look at Zane Parekh. And honestly, the more I read about this guy, the more I see about this guy, he is absolutely insane, and I am convinced that the Flames have the steal of the draft here. Already, we're getting great edits of him looking like he is just the owner of the city of Calgary. Look at him in front of the Calgary Tower there. Oh my goodness, he might already be my favorite player on the Flames. I think it's so cool that he has South Korean and Indian heritage as well. He just seems like such a great guy. He was smiling so much. He looks happy to be a Calgary Flame, which, as we know, means so much to us. And he already has some huge respect points. If you're a big football fan, you'll be able to appreciate this next photo. Look at him with the beast mode with Marshawn Lynch. No idea what Marshawn Lynch was doing at the draft. I'm sure we'll find out more later. But he's just posing for a photo. Zane Parekh and Marshawn Lynch. Beast mode's got the goalie stick. I don't even know what's going on here, but already you can tell Marshawn Lynch is a big Zane Parekh guy. I'm a big Zane Parekh guy. I'm thrilled with, honestly, what I'm happy to call the steal of the draft here. And one other thing I wanted to note too, look at the top scores from the OHL this past season. What do you notice? There's the top 10. In 10th place, Hunter Brustevich, already a Calgary Flame. In 8th, Zane Parekh with 96 points in 66 games. Absolutely incredible. What's the other thing you notice there? If you go down the age column, he's the only 17-year-old in the top 10. He had the most points out of any NHL draft eligible player in the O this past season. Oh my goodness. Technically, he was tied for 6th in points, actually. So this guy, Zane, he could be the next mayor of this city, and I think everyone would be okay with that. He is going to bring glory to this franchise. I certainly hope. He already just seems like a stud. And like I say, I can't say it enough. I'm already obsessed with this kid. Might be my next Flames jersey, honestly. And it could very well end up being the steal of the draft. I absolutely love it. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, which is an early reaction to us drafting Parekh. It's Parekh. Parekh, of course. I don't even know how I've been pronouncing it in this video. I know it's Parekh. I know I've probably been saying Parekh a ton. It's the new Andrew. The new Andrew's here one day later. But either way, I liked this comment here from user Jason KH4. Jason said, between he and Bruce, we now have the OHL's runaway top 2 scoring D-men from this past season. There you go. It's the new dynamic duo, the deadly duo from the O this season. They weren't on the same team. Of course, Parekh was on the Saginaw Spirit, who won the Memorial Cup, and Brustevich on the Kitchener Rangers. So good that we have both of these guys boasting our arsenal for the future of the franchise. They can run the first power play unit, or they can go a little 1-2 punch. Either way, we are thrilled as Flames fans with Parekh, with Brzustevich. Now with Green too, we'll see how he pans out, but it is exciting, and what a first night of the NHL draft. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you like what you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.